Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the stream. My name is Swell. I'm here with Kizercrate this time around.
Hi.
Hello. We are at Low Kick Roundhouse on UGS Gaming, and we have top 6 for Melty Blood type Lumina going on for you right now with some of Chicagoland's best. Let's take a look at this bracket here. We got Jinsoku and Young Trap Lord waiting in the lower half of the bracket right now. Then we got BloomingLotus, Havard, Mars, and DPS up there in the winners semifinals.
That's going to be our first match, actually. BloomingLotus versus Havard. BloomingLotus playing Kohaku.
Yes.
And Havard's on Shiki, I believe?
Oh, Havard. I've been saying Havard. My apologies. But yeah, Havard's on Shiki though. Likes to use the install a lot. Has the Joker costume. You can see what's going on there. BloomingLotus though on Kohaku, very strong players. I've had a pretty strong showing in Uni earlier today, right?
One
Uni. Okay. Oh, there you go. All right, let's get down to it here.
Oh, button check.
Oh, button checks.
I haven't seen one of those in years.
About to say, I know. I'm so used to like having like the actual like good button selection when you're in character select.
Right. But you know, when you're playing for Pride and Prestige, there's no reason you should take all the precautions to make sure everything's in the working order before you get ready to throw down. 100%.
How you feel about your run? Doing pretty? Feel okay about it?
It's a long story.
Oh, then I'm sorry. I didn't mean to open up.
No. I ended up in top 16, so I got to where I needed to go, and just nothing but up from here. More work to do when I get home.
What a strong mentality. Let's see how these mentalities of our respective players are going to go down here with Havard and BloomingLotus. Havard representing UGS, one of their organizers. So always nice to see the organizers also be strong players. They know what they're about.
Indeed.
All right, so Kohaku, as we know, has a very strong Oki and set play with the plants. Havard on Shiki is here more about strong neutral options and not very complicated gameplay, but strong gameplay.
And we are deep in the sauce already.
Oh, wow.
Shield Wars, and it's only 5 seconds into the match.
That was 3 shields in the first 5 seconds, yeah.
Plant time. The reversal moondrive from BloomingLotus to check Havard's.
Stuff there, 2-3-6-C for the hard knockdown. What are we going to get after that? Oh, plant Oki. Tried to go for the throw there. That was something that BloomingLotus was doing a little bit earlier, was using throw off of that plant Oki before the plant would go active there. But in this case, though, didn't pan out, and BloomingLotus takes that round quite handily.
Yeah, BloomingLotus has been working a lot on Kwaku's plant Oki and showing a lot of the tech that he's developed on Twitter.
Very nice. Yeah, and Havard is coming from playing Hilda in Undernight as well. So it's you can see that sort of mixed mentality with how the set play works out here. Oh, very nice there. That time going for the jumping option instead to catch at the throw. Havard having some trouble dealing with what BloomingLotus has to offer. Oh. Nice pickup with the 2 Cs.
Yeah, these bottles are really catching Havard out. And
is he going to get perfect? BloomingLotus with a commanding presence here to start off our top 6. What a display. Looking cool, calm, and collected.
That's why he's one of our best.
Yeah, this is another day in the office. Like, whoo, that resting heart rate has to be so low right now.
Back to character select. Havard taking a moment to collect thoughts.
Yeah, that's really hard too. Like, it is a winner side still, so Havard's got another chance at life here, no matter how this set goes.
Right.
But also, like, if you've been feeling pretty confident in your gameplay, then all of a sudden you feel totally lost. It can be really disorienting.
Yeah, just having used throw twice to get out of the Oki, to get out of the plant Oki and getting caught. Sometimes you just need that mental reset to say, okay, let's not do that.
Yeah.
Take a nice deep breath, reevaluate your options, and choose something else.
Yeah, let me not get caught up in a bad sequence and bad cycle. Let's halt the machine for a second.
Right.
Oh, the shield into nothing. Scores the throw afterwards.
And there's the DP. Now we're seeing different options out of the plant Oki from Havard.
All right, BloomingLotus here. BloomingLotus got these down. We ain't going to see the drops there. Has the extension with the 2-2-A as well, and then get into the 2-3-C. 2-3-6-C, rather. Close to death, not quite.
Just a quick reset and a throw.
Oh, I like that a lot. So I think part of the logic there was, like, Havard was probably expecting the 2-3-6-C there because of having coming every single time, so he was already mentally prepping for that. So BloomingLotus choosing not to end in that created a gap and a big situation that doesn't naturally exist. Really, really smart play.
Yep. Lotus just swinging through the moondrive activation because of the distance and getting a nice quick damage off of that.
There's the plant place here. What's the mix going to be afterwards? He walks up with a 2-A after the plant had his time there. Gave Havard just too much time to think about it and followed up afterwards. Moondrive activate. Gets the kill out of that as well. Very slick stuff there. after they're hit by, oh, go right ahead.
Yeah, the optimization is the difference between great players and the best players. And seeing the Moondrive activation to get another EX out of Kohaku, that's why BloomingLotus is moving on to Winners Finals.
Exactly, that Winners Finals now placement for BloomingLotus. And also, like, if that hadn't been a killing situation, we might have seen BloomingLotus decide to act differently there and like maybe not spend the Moondrive activation, like if that was only round 1 instead of being the last round of the set.
Right.
In the last round of the set, just go ahead and do that, close that thing out and seal the deal. And because with Kohaku's, the 236C does have so much stagger time that you can get more stuff accurate than you might think. All right, so we got our next match coming up here. I'm not sure if it's going to be a continuation of the winner's side or if we're going to dip back down to the loser's side for a little bit. I would guess the winner's side, but we'll see what happens here. I believe that's Mars and DPS.
Mars and oh, that's a Ignite classic.
Oh, really? DPS? Because we didn't see DPS on stream at all for this whole session, and they made it like we saw Mars on stream earlier. We saw everybody else on stream who's in this top 8 here, or top 6 rather. But we didn't see DPS on stream. Who did they play in this game? Do we know?
DPS plays Vlav.
Ooh,
and
Vlav, okay.
I believe DPS won our first Melty local here. Yeah.
Okay. Nice to know.
Playing Axel and Strive, he likes the zony neutral controls type of playstyle, and he does absolutely amazing at it.
I can see the Venn diagram of those two characters with Axel and Vlav. Although, interesting distinction, Vlav is zoning via projectile, Axel zoning via strike, which you might not think it's different, but it does.
It does make differences.
Yeah, there's
how you have to approach the character.
Yep. There's definitely some overlap in your skill sets because it's still about a lot of preemptive knowledge about which angle someone can try to approach through, so on and so forth. But they do end up playing out a little bit differently.
Right.
But yeah, it sounds like it's not a problem for DPS right now.
Not at all.
DPS showing up very strong. So yeah, I think we're trying to round up our players here to get our next game underway as we continue on in this top 6. We are here at the Ignite Gaming Lounge in Skokie, Illinois, just outside of Chicago. Very lovely venue. I've said it so many times on stream, but I cannot say it enough. These folks have been very good here at Ignite, hosting the FGC for 10 plus years, and now they're hosting Melty Blood. I remember coming out to Ignite at one of their old locations playing KOF 13 when that came out. Yeah,
that must have been the Chicago location.
Yeah. They had a Chicago location over on like Western or something like that.
Yeah, it's still open, but most of our operations these days are here out of Skokie. We have a much larger space that's basically all FGC.
Yeah, this is a great space here. So yeah, if you're in the Chicago area or ever have any interest, good place to be.
Please come out. You will not regret it. It is fantastic out here.
We got Mars sitting down right now. Mars coming off of a second place placing in Grand Blue versus a little bit earlier this weekend.
Yep.
And there's DPS there sitting down as well. DPS looking like an MK Ninja with those cuffs and the mask on right now. It's a good look. I don't mean it in a bad way. I wish I could pull it off. I think I'd look silly. Is that just the lights, or does the DPS have like a purple hued glasses?
That's the light.
Oh damn! I was about to say that's like people say Melty got no drip, but apparently the players do.
Those would be some sick glasses. I'd have to look into a pair myself.
I know, right? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. We both got glasses on. Yo, both the commentators, both the players got glasses. Ain't nobody got working eyes over here.
That's right.
All right, though. So Mars, though, as said earlier, coming off of a second placing in Grand Blue versus earlier plays Coma. We saw them on stream a little bit earlier. Going up against DPS on Vlav. So, do we get the classic Zoner Grappler matchup? That feels rough for Coma, but I wonder how it actually plays out.
The thing is, the way that Mars plays, especially knowing that he plays Soras in Grand Blue, I don't think he cares because
not at all.
Coma has armor, and yeah.
Oh yeah. If Mars plays how they were playing earlier, they are always willing to go ahead and spend the resource to cause another like, wait, what do I do now? Situation.
Yes, that is absolutely correct. And Mars is an absolute maestro at being able to orchestrate those situations in their favor, and then before you know it, you are in deep waters. Yeah,
because they know their combos and conversions as well, and like how situations are going to break. So they're not. It's not just random for the sake of random and it happens to work out. It's
it's calculated.
In other games, it's been referred to as the unorthodox player. And then, as someone described it earlier on stream, one of the other co-commentators I had described it as either the smartest dumb person they know or the dumbest smart person. Yeah. Which, if you've heard that one before, it is absolutely applicable to Mars here. I'm not sure if players are having any trouble with their technology or what the hold might be, but we'll get into.
Oh,
Oh, yes.
We're waiting for the in-house venue.
Yeah, y'all can't see it here, but at Ignite, the players are playing just underneath a large projector, which has usually whatever the main game going on is here. And we just had some Street Fighter V happening, which has some very hype moments in their grand finals. We're trying to get that changed over to Melty Blood here, and then we will be underway. Don't want to change that on the players in case something happens mid-set with that. You know, got to be careful of your technology. It's nice to have, but you got to be conscious. But yeah, we'll get this underway for you
in just a moment.
Now the low kick staff here as well, taking good care of us, making sure that folks are masking up as best we can here, and also has a couple of cool custom arcade cabinets towards the top of it too, with different games loaded into it.
Yes, those are by Game Changers Arcade.
Game Changers Arcade?
Yes, they are a sponsor of Frosty Faustings, I believe, and they like to bring out their little mini arcade cabinets to the venues, and they're very, very fun to play on. Excellent quality, and you can plug your own peripherals in there as well.
What I thought that was kind of sick is that like the fight stick part of it that's embedded in the cabinet, you can actually pick up and pull out and put onto. It's on a cord, so you can put it back on your lap.
Yes, it is really cool.
It's really nice. I kept it in the cabinet just so I could like feel like I was back in an arcade again and feel like I'm not as old as I actually am. But like it was kind of nice to have. Well, I could.
Yeah, those things are fantastic.
All right, I think we are getting underway here. We got the player cam with a fist bump right in the middle of it. You'd love to see it.
Yep, and we're on the
we are
monitor, so it is Melty time for all of us here inside the venue.
Damn, how come Koma can't keep his coat on too?
He needs those arms for grappling.
Look at this coat fight. Damn, that's beautiful.
Honestly, if I had arms like Koma, I would not wear a jacket either.
Yo, why do you think I'm wearing the sleeveless dress right now? Into the match, though. Here we go. All right, GPS with the initial hit here from Blob, getting into a nice standard combo here. Takes the knockdown, gets a little charge on the bar here, filling up. Get some gas in the tank here. Because Koma really has to like bide his time to get in here, and like it's not entirely without option for Koma. As you can see right there.
Dash in. Charge 5C.
Just takes a straight up 5C after that's going to be unblockable? Wild. Mars, what are you on?
And just that quick, DPS reestablishing that zoning, taking most of the screen space and making Mars work their way back in.
That was really smart there, because like in that interaction, DPS didn't try to go for a punish there on any of the movement with Mars, wasn't even looking for that, just took the positional advantage instead.
Yep.
And then look how much of a life lead that still gave.
DPS is in absolutely no rush. That's a hallmark of toughest play style.
DPS is one of those, I got 99 seconds, I'm going to use them.
All of them.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, if that's the case, then I see why their blob works out. So long as they're not too worried about trying to mix the opponent and just really content just to gas up with the charge animations like we saw earlier, and then just take these little bits here and there and take their death by 1,000 cuts. Yeah, not even going for like a mix on knockdown, just taking the full screen knockback and just saying, get out of here. In this instance, though, in the corner, so does take a little bit of a setup out of it rather than trying to go for the same ender with the 236C, so is being mindful still, not just going on autopilot. Very smart. Good stuff, what you would expect to see.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about with Mars. Mars will just do stuff like that. Very nice there, using the moon drive activation to buy the shield punish on Mars' attempt there with moon skills, the 2PC. I gotta learn the name of that move there, because I feel like explode because he explodes before he does stuff, but I feel like I should know the proper name. Alright, keeping these plus frames with the fire. Well, the fire moves from Blob don't come out quite as fast. Their frame data is usually a little bit better as far as the recovery frames, or the frame advantage.
Just charge in the face, Pete. Here comes Arc Drive.
Does it. Very nice from Mars, getting that scoop there.
It's a command grab, so you cannot sit there and block it out.
Yeah.
You have to, just gotta move.
Unjumpable after the flash. It is one of those good command grab supers. What a big difference one frame makes in a command grab super, right?
That is absolutely facts.
All right there. What's the knockdown going to be? Take a little micro charge, goes for the JC whiff there, baits out the shield, able to score some damage here after it. Yeah, as commanding as that was earlier from DPS, see how well Mars... Oh, now we got the ice though. They hurt a little bit more. They're coming out faster. Nice. Mars, so patient with his movement. As I say that, they get clipped a little bit.
And DPS showing proficiency as expected with both fire and ice sides of Blob.
Yeah. Oh, that conversion there? Are you serious?
That's game one.
look at Mars here. As much as we were talking about DPS's patience and being willing to play a long game there, Mars as well, like not being terrible. Like Mars was taking their time to fight their way in. They weren't just going wild with like trying to blow meter burn options, try to neutral skip, or doing like 6 BC out of the air.
Yeah.
Mars was like just as patient and deliberate, but in a very, very different manifestation of that.
And then once they get in, it's party time.
Oh yeah.
Because getting in is only half the battle. You have to close it out, and Mars is definitely very good at doing exactly that.
And like this is the sort of thing too where like as we were saying earlier about DPS playing like Axel and other zoner type characters, really comfortable and familiar with playing a zoning style, Mars is playing the same sort of game with Soritz and Grand Blue, you know? And probably in other games as well. Just very used to taking their time and getting in and then going wild.
Oh, big charge overhead.
Very nice there. Oh, gets a black beat combo out of it, but still able to turn it into a knockdown, or not, well, knockdown situation that pushes away to full screen. Sitting in a nice, pretty spot right now. At about a 70% life lead and sitting on a perfect. This should be a kill.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
And the other thing about DPS that's expected of a top player is whenever things go south, DPS still isn't very rattled. You know, it's just another day in the life. Sometimes you take an L and then you just move on to the next round like nothing happened. Absolutely.
Like sometimes you have to trust that the formula is going to work and you just need to like slightly re-angle the formula rather than try to throw out the entire game plan.
Yes.
Nice throw there. Gonna get some distance. Just back. Yeah, doesn't even go for the OP off of the throw. Just backs away and says nope. However, though, they may need to start mixing up this approach because it looks like Mars is, just as we were saying, sticking to the plan. Mars is getting used to fighting their way back in, and you still got to keep your opponent guessing a little bit, even if it's about, you know, what situation you're going to leave them in afterwards. Nice instant air dash in.
Well, you said mixing up the approach, and
yeah,
apparently Rushdown Blob is on the menu right now.
Damn, DPS listening to the commentators over here? What? Oh no, the scoop again! If you are too patient, though, the command grab characters are here to call you out. Mars with the scoop.
Yeah, and the thing about this game especially, is that resources come back so fast that, you know, in most games you would think that blowing level 3 would be a huge detriment on your meter and something you have to really think about and measure your approach. Not in this game. You get 3, 4, 5 bars every round.
Yeah,
so
like,
you might as well just go ahead and dump it all.
Yeah, like if it's not going to kill, you might like not want to. Yeah, it depends on the situation you get out of it as well. If you're a character that gets Oki out of the situation, or like in this case where it's a command grab, so it's just a really strong neutral option straight up. Or not neutral option, the Oki option, but you get me.
Excellent shield from DPS.
Oh, bouncing around here to the other side. Oh,
armor time.
Use the 2 BC trying to get through there. Does get the hit, but not able to convert afterwards. The heat activation here. Oh my god, I thought we were going to see a arc drive there after DPS risk dashing up like that.
Big dash, or air dash in from Flav.
This is very nice gameplay here. This is absolutely classic grappler zoner gameplay here, like in this set. You're seeing, the deliberation on both sides and the trying to dance around one another, and the slight adjustment to each of their patterns. Very good gameplay from both players. DPS, though, evening up the set right now. And we are only in winner's semifinals, so this is still...
2 out of 3.
Still 2 out of 3. So 1-1 right now. Next game will take the set and secure that spot in winner's finals to match up against BloomingLotus. DPS with the initial advantage here, taking some hits.
Wow!
Damn! Nice cut his own hair if he's swinging that sword that high. Jeez!
Hit boxes.
All right.
Now the records are starting to come out. These are a very, very, very strong tool out of Blob.
Still gets the launcher out of it, just backdashes away though, doesn't want to have to deal with any situation. However, Mars expecting the passive approach, well not expecting, use the Moondrive activation to protect the passive approach. Excellent conversion there from Mars with that falling button, and then it's still connected to 2C afterwards.
Yeah, DPS trying to buy some distance, and Mars having none of it.
All right, heat activated from both sides here, so we got a little bit of a timer for how this neutral situation is going to play out. All right, both sides here out of their heat gauge now, so the arc drive options are off the table for both of them for the moment. Moondrive is worn off as well. This is a pretty honest game in the moment. There's not like massive resources to blow on either side, no activations going on. And Mars sitting with the advantage right now. Has a bar as well. There's the heat activation. Mars going to be able to build a nice life lead here. Mars can absolutely afford to play this. Yeah, DPS there, you can see using the moon charge, trying to get above just a couple bar there. Having any amount of bar will allow DPS to go into a heat, try to get some health back, or try to swing with another option here. Right now, Mars is in control. Mars only has to make this last for 25 more seconds.
Okay, it's clipped.
Oh,
big fatal no conversion. This will be a big conversion.
You saw it happen there? Okay, what's it going to be? Backs off here. Only round 1 as well, so there might be a little bit of a thought for trying to save this bar. Oh! Barely.
sometimes you just get hit by 2A.
Yeah, 2A came on in, tapped the toes of DPS, and Mars sitting on set point right now, just needs one more round. However, Vlav having that fire and ice mode, now shifting into ice with faster projectiles, so this does change the game plan a little bit for both sides here. I got to imagine this is a little bit harder for Mars to deal with, like with how the situation breaks down between these two characters.
Using the double jumps and finally closing that distance.
Nice.
Rek is in a super, gets the knockdown.
Oh, very nice there.
The throw.
Yeah, baits the throw there with the JC, able to score a nice starter, but not able to fully convert it into a good situation there. Oh, Mars swinging with so many things. Stomping the yard, let's go.
That is a lot of projectiles. And that's what we just saw. Mars finally used the shield B to teleport in, but when you're at a certain distance, it does not work against Vlav. And sometimes, if you're even at like full screen, Vlav can go ahead and reaction 3C and punish.
Yeah.
So you can't actually rely on that to get in.
Yeah, the shield options do a very good job of checking Vlav, who's not being heads up about it, but once a Vlav player has that tuned in and understands what the options are, this might be no, not quite death yet. Needs one more situation. Moondrive activate, backdashes away from the throw. The shield gets baited, uses the B+C to pass through, coming down to the wire here. Oh, just swings with the DP and it hits.
What a whiff punish.
Mars takes that over DPS. Very, very tight coordinated gameplay from Mars and from DPS, but Mars is a little bit stronger right now.
That was an extremely entertaining high level set.
Very nice from both players. There was a lot of good stuff going on there. I don't know if we could have asked for a better display of Grappler versus Rushdown, right? Or sorry, Grappler versus Zoner right there.
No, that was textbook. We'll see that in textbooks for years and years to come.
Oh, absolutely. Tell your kids about it right now. You were there. You saw when Mars and DPS fought it out and laid the blueprint of the Zoner versus Grappler gameplay in Melty Blood type Lumina.
And this game's only a month old. It's only going to get better and more entertaining from here.
All right, so this also locks in our winners finals with BloomingLotus versus Mars. BloomingLotus on Kohaku though, rather than the full-fledged zoners.
Yes.
So it's more of the set play focus there, but should still be a good matchup between BloomingLotus and Mars. Yes. Then in the lower half of the bracket, we're going to have Havard going up against Young Traplord.
That's going to happen right now, I believe.
All right, yes,
it is. Yes.
And that's going to be with Shikitono and with Hisui. And then, of course, DPS, after that loss there, will be going up against Jinsoku, who's shown off a little bit earlier with their arc. For now, though, Havard versus Young Traplord.
This is going to be entertaining. I know Havard being a French-bred specialist, and Young Traplord is a multi-game specialist.
Yeah, we saw Young Traplord doing some work. I mentioned this a little bit earlier in both Exerd and in Plus R.
Yes.
And yeah, you can see a theme with how they play characters here. Hisui is a little bit out of this overlap, but had Elfelt in Exerd, and then had
Testament
in Plus R. So you can start to see the overlap between those two, and I guess a little bit with Hisui with how some of her projectiles can work, but it's not quite the same paradigm.
Or you could just call it pick a top tier.
Damn, it's like that?
I mean, if it works.
Damn, you're right. If the shoe fits.
But Traplord absolutely has the skills to back up those high tier quote unquote character picks.
Yeah, I mean, like it's the kind of thing where there's people who say I want to pick the strong character and then they don't do the work to optimize that strong character. Then there are the players who say I want to pick the strong character so then I can further optimize my strong character.
Yes, and that's exactly right up Traplord's alley.
And those are some of the scariest players. The ones that take that aspect seriously are some of the scariest players that you will actually fight. So just because someone picks the top, yeah. Anywho, into the match here for losers quarterfinals. This will get into losers semifinals from here. But let's see who makes their way. We're still in first two. Let's go. All right, both sides here showing a little bit of respect at round start. Neither side committing too heavily to things here. I imagine these two probably play together fairly often, or at least have played before in tournaments.
That is an excellent question. I am not sure on that.
All right, well, as far as we know, this is brand new. Havard here scoring the early life lead, but not getting too much else out of it with these little flies here and there. Able to score a throw. Hopping on in, back jumps away, doesn't want to risk too much.
Good shield on the 6BC. You knew it was coming at some point.
Oh yeah, but of course if you're on Traplord, you gotta try it at least once early on in the set to test the reaction, right?
Right.
Oh, swings with the EXDP. Wanted that hard knockdown that you get out of that EXDP, but unfortunately that combo was a little bit too high up. Those EX enders are strong, but they are not guaranteed unless you are at the right spacing.
Trapler getting away with a raw heat activation and turns it into not only some life, but a level 3 and knockdown at the corner with Arc Drive.
That'll be the round 2, yeah. And aside from, as you pointed out, getting life and with the Arc Drive, so getting damage, Oki, and health back from your heat activation, like aside from maybe like running the timer out a little bit more, that's pretty much the ideal situation for your heat activation.
I believe he freezes the timer, doesn't he?
It does freeze the timer, yeah. It does a lot.
Right.
Being in heat is a very, very important aspect. If you're a newer player trying to learn this game, think about how you can optimize your different meter activations. For now, though, Havard's going to have to worry, or Havard is going to be celebrating the fact that they got their Nanaya install going on here. Young Trapler's going to deal with it.
And that's a very, very strong response after dropping that first round from Havard. So now we're 1-1 heading into looking for an advantage early on, and that's a big,
No, doesn't quite get the conversion out of it. We saw the start of something there, but it didn't quite pay out for Havard. Young Traplord, though, able to turn their touch into a nice sequence there with the double Yaya into the throw with the side. Comes around to the left-hand side. Moon Drive activate to say, I don't want to deal with it. Then a Moon Skill Drive activate right back with the ladle into the full combo for a knockdown. There it is.
big shield. Shields that heat activation, big punish. Sets up the big birthday cake.
Oh, K2C's around the other side here. Both sides just bouncing around one another here. Looking at they're bouncing around that trampoline with how they're moving back and forth with each other. Damn, speaking of bouncing there, we get that ground bounce off the charge JC for that combo. Pushing the corner here. Moon Skill Ladle out of the Moon Drive. Unfortunately, Havard was ready for it. We got a full combo here.
Setup.
Just scoop.
That is a Guilty Gear player throw.
Just scoop.
That is absolutely a Guilty Gear player throw.
You can't quite see it on the camera, but Havard's kind of like, huh, shaking their head right now.
Yeah. And young Traplord going up in the first game, getting the early advantage in this series.
So the situation there, correct me if I'm wrong here, but by charging the normal, you don't have as much recovery on your landing. Young Traplord, knowing that, took their quickest option available to them to try to snuff out the two-way attempt.
More or less, basically because it was a fake safe jump.
Right.
So yes, that's basically exactly how I rolled out there.
Nice. Rolling out of the corner here with that 214B for the combo carry, but it doesn't get the full connection there for Havard. Young Traplord now in the driver's situation with the frame advantage and punishes the shield with a throw.
Yeah.
The Clash Frames, let's go!
And he wins.
6 or 7 Clash Frames there?
Yes.
That was beautiful. It smells like video games, dog. All right, we got the charge JC combo off of the 214B into the air sequence here. Spends the bar, gonna get the kill there as well. Would've got the hard knockdown too, but didn't need it. They dead. The hardest knockdown of all. All right, a lot of bar here for Young Traplord, so it does have a lot of options on it available. Young Traplord doesn't seem to spend the bar too often in the neutral situations, but does give a lot of conversion options depending on how they want to play it. Right now, though, Havard in control of the frame advantage once more. Ooh, shield into nothing gets thrown. Shield into shield, and then shield nothing gets thrown.
Yeah, the players are showing a lot of experience in the shielding game, so that a lot of these situations are playing out differently for both sides, and you don't really get the same shield situation twice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That Bento gets placed there. We got the heat activation as well. Havard trying to even up the score in the set. Charging for the unblockable. They caught Young Traplord sleeping. Doesn't quite kill though, so won't get the Nania install for the next round, but has it right now. There's the throw.
That's the throw, wow.
That's a lovely throw, Tech. The 2-2B coming through, or the 2-2A in this one. Whichever one it is, it was coming through and it clipped Hisui's hair.
And just like that, Havard's on the
Nicely
board,
done.
and we are back in business looking for another tightly contested game 3.
All right, had a little bit of an air sequence there, tried to catch the confirm off of it with a read jump, but the height wasn't quite present for it, and Young Traplord had to get out the situation. However, they did capitalize on the landing scenario afterwards, got a knockdown onto it, and now has the corner pressure. Nice ladles there. Hit the raw ladle, turn it into a combo. Let's go.
Yeah, things are going to get real scary with both players being in Moon Drive right now.
Yeah, we got a lot of movement and clash frames. A whole lot of EX bar as well. Tried to swing through with the slash frames there, but it didn't work out for Havard.
Wow, what a conversion.
Are you kidding me?
Beautifully done.
That was so good. Y'all can't see, our eyebrows just like shot up like 6 inches. It's wild.
Wow.
Very nice work there. Oh, shields the J2C. Has a nice combo out of the shield punish there. Or rather, out of the shield conversion, my mistake.
Havard controlling corner here.
So Havard's combos are very on point here. Like, converting from a lot of situations where you might not normally see like a more optimal conversion. Very, very good stuff. Really? A charge C went through that? Okay. Havard's sitting on a perfect right now. Sitting on a perfect and a lot of bar. Young Trap Lord has no gas in the tank, only now has a Moon Skill, doesn't have enough for Moondrive Activate, and doesn't have enough life to carry on the round as Havard takes that one, evening it up, taking us to the last match of the set, or last round of the set.
Final. Havard having 3 bars and full Moondrive. Young Trap Lord is going to have to do some catching up in the resource department, but is now winning in the life department.
Yeah, very nice there. Oh, I like the attempt there to cancel the 4B, but didn't quite work out there. The J2C comes down, shield, nothing into a throw. Moonskill BC, you are still air actionable after your Moonskill DPs. Charge 5C. It is unblockable. You have to shield it high.
Trapler seeing the shield and reacting to just landing with a throw.
The shield was pulled out there, but Havard didn't react quite enough in time. Havard is sitting on a lot of bar right now. I'm not too sure what I feel like something should have been spent at some point so that there wasn't that much bar. And there isn't that much bar left for Young Trap Lord after they super. All right, well, takes the
Goes
swing.
for it.
Tough break there. You know Havard wanted to, that so bad. Like, you could smell it. You could smell it in the air. Young Trap Lord, though, wanted the W even more and takes the win over Havard. 2-1. Both players having to have a think after that set.
That's how all the close sets are. You have to, you sit back and you like reflect on all of your life choices that brought you to this point.
Yeah, like even if you win one of those sets, you're still like, I need a minute. I need a second here.
Just take a deep breath and just kind of soak it all in.
Yeah.
The good, the bad, the ugly, you know.
Honestly, it's one of those things where if you get too excited after winning a set, it can just like shake your mental for the rest of your tournament run. Like there honestly is like a reason to sort of modulate your excitement when you're in a tournament. Because even if Havard or even Young Trap Lord winning there, they still got like 5 more people to play through in this. Yep, and coming up now, we got Jinsoku going up against DPS. Jinsoku on Arc, DPS on Vlob. So a little bit of the rushdown versus Zoner, but Arc has a little bit of a different game plan than what Coma has.
Yeah.
To say it lightly.
If Arc can get in, it's really bad times for Vlog. But
all right. Well, we'll have to see how they are. Oh, got more thoughts there? Got more thoughts?
Yeah, I'm trying to think about it because I spent a lot of time studying this matchup over the past week, and it's very hard for Arc to get in without being very, very active in the air with like double super jumps and the air dash, just taking advantage of all the...
She really has to lean on the universal movement options.
Right. You can use like Shield BC to get in if you get to like mid-screen, and you can also activate Moondrive and try and lean on some of the first hit clash frames to bust through the armor, but it is a bit of a slog to get in.
I see. But once you are in though,
it's party time.
Would you say that she has better approach options than Coma does, or just they're so different you can't really compare?
They're so different you can't really compare.
Okay, that makes plenty of sense.
So we'll see how Jinsoku decides to navigate the projectile minefield here that DPS is surely foaming at the mouth, just kind of.
We wouldn't be able to tell. Got his mask on, keeping it nice and safe.
It's funny because DPS is like the most mild-mannered person I've ever met.
Oh, nice.
So.
Makes sense then for the zoner player. You gotta like keep it a little bit calm.
Yeah.
All right. So DPS versus Jinsoku. Let's get down to it. Alright, Jinsoku here trying to keep position a little bit above of DPS there. Oh no, the DPS able to find the distance there and create that zoning scenario. Jinsoku is doing a really nice job of kind of maintaining that just around mid-screen where like the opponent can't start zoning and they have to kind of respect your air approach, but then got pushed to full screen. However, found their way back in now though.
Jinsoku loves that charge 5C. He's been getting a lot of mileage out of it this entire tournament.
Nice rebeat string there.
Ooh.
Oh no,
63B.
Scored the hit, but unfortunately it swapped the corner situation and it messed up the confirm. Moondrive activate from both sides. DPS scoring the throw after the second Moondrive activate. Very nice.
And just leaving.
No thank you. You can just leave. Walk away.
Just walk out.
All right. DPS here with the full screen situation, content to not have to go in. However, Jinsoku able to find
the Rekka screen.
The Rekka screen.
Yes.
Getting all tongue-tied here. Oh.
This is a conversion that's going to kill.
Jinsoku able to score the kill there in that situation and walks into the next round in a very strong position, already having the bar on deck. Arc can spend that bar to maintain and continue some of her pressure, and can also lead to some punishing reversal options for Arc as well.
Absolutely.
So the nice, good.
Jumps over
here we go.
Jumps over and gets the whip punish in. There's another knockdown with the setup.
Nice.
Charge 5B on Oki. Okay.
I like the 5A for the frame kill there to get the nice timing. The no reaction to the shield and shield into nothing, unfortunately, stalled out there, and Jinsoku got caught out by DPS.
Back to full
that
screen.
was interesting. That was a TK fireball. Was that on? Oh, nice with the moon drive activate. DPS was ready for it and saw it coming. That was so smart, spending all this bar now to capitalize on it afterwards and maximize the damage loss.
He's
and
definitely
already
seen
charging
that.
up.
He has definitely seen that one before and had a response ready this time.
Oh yeah, as a Lark player who uses her Arc Drive the same way, I'm absolutely watching out for Moon Drive activations now in that situation.
Yes.
Nice, the shield into nothing, catches the throw, or sorry, catches the low afterwards.
That's one of the ways to deal with the Arc charged buttons, is just high shield into nothing.
All right, there's the overhead attempt there. DPS blocking it though. Very calm, cool, and collected is DPS.
Getting the side swap with the shield BC and gets the knockdown and decides to stay under pressure.
All right, falling down there. Nice. I like the way that JC clips just at the right angle to maintain the blob pressure.
Yes.
But right now, both sides trying to say you flinch. No, you flinch. Doing that at the mid screen there. Very nice little gameplay exchange. Like it looks like nothing's one of those things where like you watch so many fighting games that when nothing happens, it's almost just as exciting when something happens.
Absolutely.
I absolutely love it.
That.
The space between the music, the John Cage, I believe it was, of
4 minutes and 33 seconds.
Yeah, the John Cage of the FGC experience. Oh, goes for the heat activation because they saw that that DPS was in the moon charge. Or sorry, heat. Moon charge. It is moon charge.
Moon charge, yes.
Yeah, so that way DPS wouldn't have been able to snipe out the heat activation with fast projectiles.
Yeah, because normally that's a death sentence if you just try to heat it full screen.
Yep. Especially against the characters like Glob and Wark and etc. etc. However, DPS able to find the low there and close out the round against Jinsoku. Very nice.
Right. But there are building blocks to build on for Jinsoku, like using the Rekkas to get in and close that distance mid screen. Just a little bit more on the patience, and Jinsoku should be able to pick up the second game, and we should go to the third here. Because the combos are not a problem.
Oh yeah.
Not at all. That's one of Jinsoku's calling cards.
It's one of those things too where like if you Jinsoku like is not like necessarily losing once they get knocked away. They're losing because they got knocked away. So like once that happens, you can still choose right, but the deck is just so weighted that you can't fight your way back in. So your loss actually came the first time you got knocked away.
Right.
And so like you have to avoid that initial getting knocked away so you can maintain the momentum and the pressure. And that is unfortunately not happening for Jinsoku right now as DPS leads off the first match here.
Unfortunately,
with a nice
DPS
little life lead.
the safe jump and gets absolutely blasted
That's
for
it?
it. Yeah.
That is
gonna go ahead and spin
dead.
all of it. Spin
Yeah.
the Arc Drive, secure the kill.
Yeah, if it's gonna kill, spend the cash.
Yes.
All right, DPS here trying to close this out and end Jinsoku's arc run.
Big charge 5C once again jumps out this time.
Trying to silence the vampire princess. All right, what we got here?
Goes overhead.
Catches that with the Rekka overhead. Nice there. Okay, you know, as we were saying that about how maybe Jinsoku was having a little bit of a struggle there, Jinsoku is currently sitting on a perfect.
That's a lot of resources.
That's really unfortunate. Okay, did secure the kill though. In the end of the day, did already had the moon drive activated, so went ahead and spend the cash on it.
It still has 2 bars, and presumably you would think you get a couple of shields in against Blob and get that moon drive back. So
yeah, Blob especially. Every successful shield grants you some more moon gauge. So when you're having to deal with these projectiles, you can absolutely just go ahead and shield.
wow. Or you can just go ahead and spin the moon drive on DP.
Yeah, why not? You know, your jump actionable afterwards is really fast, so it gets you off the ground almost as fast as a jump in some situations. All right, nice tech there from DPS. Whoa, Jinsoku gets back into the corner there.
Gets grabbed out of that charge 5C. Probably went to the wall one too many times. DPS looking for it now.
All right, DPS just about to roughly equalize this life distribution here. We see the heat activation. Did that catch that caught the backdash. Did Jinsoku know, or was Jinsoku just swinging and it worked out?
No, Jinsoku definitely knows.
Damn. All right, Moon Drive activation available on both sides here. So we're gonna see who flinches first here in a moment. Oh no, DPS take control of the situation. Never mind. Has the life lead now. Jinsoku has to make their way in. The chip damage is starting to add up here. Jinsoku's not shielding any of this.
Oh, yeah.
Tries to find a way to dash in through it, but unfortunately, dash recovery into block in this game is not the best thing in the world.
Yeah, it takes a long time to get used to that fact.
Yeah, and that's going to seal the deal there for DPS. DPS takes it over Jinsoku. Jinsoku was so close to evening up that set, too.
The big difference maker in that set is the low carpet that Devlov does. It's very punishable if you can get it to whiff. But the A version is very, very fast, so you can try, and if you get in, you get a gigantic reward off of it, but it is very, very difficult when you're near full screen and you just have to make a decision, and sometimes you just jump into one of the regular projectiles instead.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It also hits low, so like
yes,
if you're not,
it also hits low.
If you're sleeping on your defense, if you're trying to like walk forward and react block or something like that, you'll just get sniped out. It's difficult to move it on Vlov. We didn't see any shields, though, from Jinsoku. Because even if Jinsoku wasn't going to go in, Vlov can't mix you full screen. You can just down back shield. So long as you're doing crouch shield, he can't snipe you with the ice. And sure, you can't close the gap, but you may as well just like, all right, what are you going to do if I just sit here for a second? And in that case, DPS just would have kept chucking stuff. But like still, you can at least get the moon gauge and maybe try to find a way in. It's a lot better than just eating the chip damage and dying. But it's also extremely stressful to fight a good zoner when you have a struggle getting in and you're that low on health. So like...
And especially with the pressures of a tournament bracket.
Yeah.
You cannot discount that as well because...
Oh, 100%. 100%.
That heart rate starts to spike up as you see the life bar going down. Is just like, oh no.
That's
what now?
It's kind of why some of the best players you'll see have done a lot of like conditioning exercises, or they are involved in like something like a workout or something like that, just because it helps you being able to regulate your breath and like you don't get as shooken by your nerves.
Right.
Because like that'll make or break you at a lot of levels of play. Like even at low level of play, maybe you don't. Low level at the first start of the bracket, maybe you don't feel it, but that's because you're not nervous about it. But then it'll kick in later on.
Right.
Ugh. And it's really hard too, because you can only get that pressure training from being
in brackets.
Yeah.
That's part of why we do all of this. Is just, you know, you can talk about your majors, your Frosty Faustings, your combo breakers, all of that, but really the bulk of the work to get steeled enough for that starts here at locals.
Yeah. And
regionals, where you can start to bring in, people that you may not necessarily know their play styles. Like even with people you play in locals, you know what they're going to do, you know when they're going to do it.
You only have so many puzzles to figure out versus when new people come in, you can get some new puzzles to solve, and that's what makes you a stronger player as well too.
And you have to do it in a hurry too, because you only get 2 games.
Oh yeah. I'm kind of glad because we brought in a Gold Lewis player from Minneapolis who did some work in Strive a little earlier today.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. It's nice to see. Obviously, I got much love for the Chicago folks too, but it's nice to see the person that gave me a ride down do well. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
It looks like we're getting set up here for winners finals.
We got Mars versus BloomingLotus.
Looking like they're having a whale of a time with the technology.
These two players have absolutely encountered each other before.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I think just yesterday in Grand Blue.
That would not surprise me.
I'm like, if they didn't play each other, they were both in the same top 8 bracket. BloomingLotus, a very strong player across multiple games, won BB Tag a little bit earlier this weekend, I believe. Am I wrong about that?
No, that was...
Oh, that was BloomingLotus.
No, that was Flowerman.
That was Flowerman? Damn, somebody told me that BloomingLotus...
BloomingLotus was in the top 8, though, I believe.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
My bad, BloomingLotus. Didn't mean to falsify the information. My bad, Flowerman. Sorry if y'all hear me say the same names a bunch, but when you are in a regional tournament, individual player strength is often just as much of a factor as actual game strength.
Absolutely.
Because there's that performance training that we were talking about.
And just the high skill level in the bid there before. So you'll see a lot of the same names across multiple tournaments placing very, very high, if not outright winning the whole thing.
Yeah. For now, though, we got Mars there in the gray shirts against BloomingLotus in the mask with the flag. Yo, these are both nice masks. Okay, I like the design on both these masks.
Agreed.
The small little heart there on Mars, and you got the flowers going on with BloomingLotus there as well. Love to see it.
Hashtag branding.
Right? Mars, the god of war, with a heart on his face. BloomingLotus with a vine-wrapped mouth. Let's go.
Winners finals, 3 out of 5.
All right, let's do it. Mars went with like the full-on like sleeve, like 3/4 sleeve. I don't like that coma, but I like the coma. That action.
Yeah.
All right, the 2 BC there, catching out Kohaku. BloomingLotus now, struck into the corner. What are they going to do about it? Ooh, hits with the overhead, turns it into a combo situation, and my understanding is that you can do that out of the Wreck-It as well, and that kind of keeps it safe, too.
Yes.
You can kind of use that as like a check to see what even happened. Like, you don't necessarily have to have picked what you were going to do before you do it.
Yep. Taking the plus frames and just running away with the entire round. Mars just putting on a clinic right off the top.
Yeah, Mars was a train that did not stop that round.
Oh, excellent air.
The rare Melty grounded anti-air.
Right.
Yeah, we said it a little bit earlier, but if there was a button that was the melted, the Melty Blood grounded anti-air, Coma 2B is the one.
BloomingLotus getting started now. We'll see how these situations do. Oh, just blows up the shield. Okay.
Shield gets blown way up there. BloomingLotus has enough bar to loop this once more, and honestly can kill off of this next sequence here, I believe.
Just jumps out of the reversal command grab.
That's like the complete inversion of how we saw that first round play. The first round went exactly how Mars wanted to go. The second round went exactly how BloomingLotus wanted to go.
Yep.
And also, we are now, because this is finals, in a 3 out of 5 situation.
Charge Jace. Putting in that work.
All right. A lot of bar. Oh, both sides with the BC extension surging out of the threat zone, bouncing away from each other here.
And now we're back in mid-screen just that quickly.
All right, we got the plant set here. Runs and pushes out of the plant, tries to find an opening after the extension. Nothing for it though, but Mars catches the high shield with the 2A.
One? Yo, that's it.
Oh, Mars smelled the heat coming and built the spacing in to bait out the heat, and then comboed into the arc drive to seal the deal, and that is game 1 in the pocket of Mars.
Rule number 1, punish the heat.
Yeah, honestly, if the moment you show someone that like you can punish when you're an entry multi-blood player, heat activation feels like the best thing in the world, like the safest option. It'll always have your back and get you out of trouble. The moment you realize that can get punished, it's a harrowing moment. But
absolutely.
In this moment though, right now, BloomingLotus trying to find a way in after having the health advantage, but Mars deletes that health advantage. Oh, with the black beat combo too, with a throw back in the corner.
Charge JC splashing and Cobra coming out on top.
Oh, combo drop though. Moondrive activation just to survey the scenario, possibly act out of it. We see a counter Moondrive activation, shield all the way through that. We see another shield in response. C+C passes through. Damn, stop shielding, please, I can't keep up with this.
Things are definitely happening at wolf speed, and these two players are keeping up with each other.
This is very nice. Oh, hits with the moon skill Molotov, able to score the conversion afterwards, and takes that.
That was a crazy round.
Yeah. Because like these aren't players mashing it out with shield on day 1 either. They're
not at all.
conscious decision making about the spacing, the resources, what options have been displayed from both sides here. This is very nice gameplay, folks. 236C for the hard knockdown. What's the mix gonna be?
Shield nothing.
Shield nothing. Dropping the plant there. Okay.
Blood heat.
I am surprised that didn't low profile. Oh, confirming off of that splat too. Very
what a
nice.
sick bato from BloomingLotus.
BloomingLotus there with that confirm off of that was so clean. You love to see it. Sliding on through with the Molotov.
And Mars with no resources.
Whoa, that mix off of that shield interaction there was wild. BloomingLotus evening up the set, 1-1.
We're gonna be here a while, folks. Strap in.
Oh, jeez, right? I got a long ass drive ahead of me, but whoo, I'm gonna be fired up after this set. Well, after this whole tournament, because we ain't done after this one.
Oh no, there's plenty more great Melty Blood to be played yet.
Oh no, a little too high up. It went over the Rekka. Hey, how about we fly through the air together, okay? Damn, looking like an anime OP there.
Ah, good old Dragon Ball Melty Blood.
Right? Catches the throw. Oh, catches another throw with a dunk. What's next? Just falls, does nothing with an empty low.
That was used to bait out the shield, but you know, sometimes, again, 2A just hits.
Yes. Like, there is a little bit of the meme about, like, Melty Blood, press 2A. But also, like, please press 2A.
There's a lot of truth in,
that's
in
one
the
of
jokes.
That's one of those. That's the true high-level FGC mix-up, understanding where the truth is within the memes that people make and what's useful and what's not. Right now, though, not getting too much use out of that heat activation is Mars. The timer kind of ran out there, only with a little bit of health to regenerate. All right. comes around the other side there, does not get hit by the DP, and Mars loses Mars comes out of the corner, but BloomingLotus does not care whatsoever. Going to create another knockdown situation here with the 2-3-6C.
One more setup should do it here.
That
or
was
we can just
so
armor
high
activate.
up. Mars just activates the install here to get going.
Clash.
Clash with the Moondrive activate, the presence of mind for Mars to go for that right there, that was really expensive. All right, just takes the heat activation, doesn't do anything else, gets a little bit of health out of the situation, now completely has nothing. Already up around though, so not, if they can do this, it's not the riskiest thing in the world. Oh, as I say that though.
Wait till staggers.
Tried to find a way out of it there, but BloomingLotus knew that they only needed the jab touch, so didn't need to commit to anything bigger to try to find an opening and just did the stagger 2 A's there. Nice, cross to the other side with the Rekka there. Oh, that's why they want that height on the Rekka there, because then it gives the cross, the side swing.
Correct.
Got it.
BloomingLotus keeping that spacing as best it can.
All right, dropping the plant there, both sides kind of being a little bit patient here. Excellent answer. When they throw on the hyper armor, you give them the throw. Throws don't need to be a strike protection.
Uh-oh.
Get scooped. Give me your foe.
That last second activation off of the heat for the arc drive.
Oh, you love to see it.
Because it's a command grab. Like, you can run up to your opponent if you want to. That's exactly what's going to happen.
All right, BloomingLotus now with the knockdown of 2-3-6C, Zen running, or sorry, Mars, that's my mistake, playing for Zen, running out of options here to spend, and that might be death there. Yep, 2-1-4-C does the job. Is that her metered ender, damage ender in the air?
Yes.
Nice, nice. Makes plenty of sense, just, you know, thinking it through. All right. Mixing up the color. Oh no, Mars goes back to the same color, just taking a moment to think, going to character select. BloomingLotus now only needs to win 1 more game to close this out. Mars gonna have to win 2 more games.
2C from Walker reaches so far.
Shout out to Raito. I love Melty Blood music.
This
nice! Using the whole dang garden to protect themselves. Trees do be legal in the state of Illinois, so that makes sense. All right, it's a 6BC, or 2BC there, my mistake. Okay, not able to get too much else out of it though. BloomingLotus blocking the offense afterwards. What if we both left after images and passed through each other at mid-screen? This is the shield there. Gets the fatal counter in the air, but that was a jump back JA, so didn't quite have the recovery timing to come back up and try to get a hit off the fatal counter.
Charge JC from Kohaku. Doesn't quite get all of it, but has great position. Never mind.
I like the rebeat to the 2A multiple times there. BloomingLotus, like, you can tell they're a Unis player with how they're using their rebeats.
Yes, absolutely. That French bred legacy seal coming into play here.
Right? Sniping out there with the 6BC. It doesn't have quite as big of a hitbox as the 2-3-6C to my knowledge, but it does come out really, really fast though, so you can use it to snipe out air approaches a lot of times.
Yes.
Moondrive. Ooh, jump back. Are you kidding me? The 5C had enough hits to go through the armor and then catch Como once he left the armor state. That was so good. BloomingLotus is ready for this matchup. BloomingLotus is on the verge of sealing the deal to get into grand finals here.
But that heat is granting a lot of life.
Yeah, that's why we were seeing the 6 BCs that BloomingLotus was using. They were trying just to keep Mars in block stun for the duration of the heat timer to reduce the health regeneration. Right. Really, really mindful play. The second and the third one didn't quite connect, or one of them didn't quite connect. So you saw it not quite as worth. And that, though, will do it right there with the plant on the screen, spinning around, sending Mars to the lower bracket. BloomingLotus advances to grand finals.
Lotus saving the broom transport for the last mix-up when you just need to make sure that your opponent is absolutely dead with something that you haven't shown all set.
Oh, yeah. That is the classic.
I mean, when you're 3, 4, 5 games deep in a set, you have to go to your bag of tricks.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
There's just, I mean, you can play solid the whole time, but sometimes you just need to bust out that thing that they haven't seen yet and they don't have an answer for that they've been thinking about.
Like, gimmicks are, you don't want to always play gimmicks, but if you've been keeping your gimmick in reserve the entire set, and then you only pull it out at the very, very end, or to create like a moment of confusion towards the end, then that's actually a mix-up.
Yes.
And not just a gimmick, because it's coming out like after you haven't displayed that. And yeah, it's also why players that are like there is a player style though where you build so many gimmicks that you can't deal with it. Some games you can get away with it in, but that's all theory for another time though. That was I just want to highlight again. such mindful play from BloomingLotus and Mars, using every single system mechanic that they could to try to find a way to get in on each other and try to find a way to turn the tide in their favor. So good.
That's why they were in winners finals.
Yeah, and that's why BloomingLotus, though, with their superior control of such things, is in the grand final situation.
Yep, sitting on nice and comfy on the winner's side for now, waiting for the rest of the bloodbath to play out.
Yep, DPS, Young Trap Lord in losers semifinals. After that, we'll have Mars in losers finals.
All right, so...
Yeah. Oh god, that's horrifying. To have to fight a Kohaku in the winner's side of the grand finals position, just with how Kohaku works, and she can dump you into the plant blender again and again.
And again and again and again.
Yeah, that sounds horrifying.
And then if you reset the bracket, and again and again
yeah,
and
yeah,
again.
It's very scary stuff. All right, so we got Young Trap Lord and DPS coming up here. Young Trap Lord on our other maid representation in top 4 with Hisui, and DPS with that blob.
I'm interested to see how Trap Lord decides to navigate the maze of pain and suffering.
Well, I'm trying to think about what Hisui might have as an option. Does her EX ladle go fast enough and far enough, maybe, I wonder?
Far enough? I highly doubt it. Fast enough? Absolutely. Because that thing works miracles. But,
it really do. Yeah. Also, big ups to DPS having the rare, well-styled Zelda Triforce t-shirt. Oftentimes you see that brought out, but it's not well-styled with the rest of the outfit. DPS, though, clearly paying attention. If you ever listen to this on playback, DPS, thumbs up from Swell. Good fashion. All right, though. For now, though, we even got the matching outfits. These two going to the Vampire Prom together or something? Look at this.
You already know.
All right. Dance around one another here. DPS scores their early hit, maintains frame advantage, and turn it into a combo, or frame control, I'd like to say. Trying to set up an ambiguous side swap there. I honestly didn't know which way to block either, so I was being really quiet, hoping you were going to call it out.
Absolutely not.
All right, firing around with the fireballs, I suppose.
Punishing the air shield into nothing because you have landing recovery.
Not quite a perfect here, although sitting on a massive life lead. Hits with the low, closes it out.
DPS just that quickly on the board here.
Yeah, and we're back in first to 2 as well, so not as much time for Young Trap Lord to figure this out as that set that we just saw with BloomingLotus and Mars. And they may not have much time to figure it out whatsoever, because DPS here looking real strong so far with their offense. And this time going to the well on the mix options instead of taking the zoning approach, or the pure zoning approach like that we saw earlier against Koma.
Yeah, sometimes the thing about some zoners is like you would think they have some sort of weakness in which they either zone well or they have some couple of normals that they can use. But Lock surprisingly covers the entire suite pretty well. Gigantic normals, a very strong Record Chain series, and the projectiles.
All right, ooh, the safe heat activation from Young Trap Lord. Oh, I like that from DPS, using the faster recovery of the Fire 2-2C to recover in time and find the punish there and close that out.
If Trap Lord had come down with a JC there, he had a gigantic punish waiting on deck for him, but decided not to press the button on the way down and ended up getting caught out.
Yeah, unfortunate for Young Trap Lord now. That was a very fast game too, so they may not have much time to figure out a counter response.
Excellent IAD. Trap Lord getting his offense started.
Oh, Black Beat combo, tough break. Yeah, the teching is a little bit different in this game. You don't have to press the tech, you can hold the tech as opposed to old Melty Blood, so like sometimes like I get caught sleeping on it too, but yeah. Right now though, Young Trap Lord sitting on a perfect.
That's a good throw too. You see them jump and you just take the screen pause and you just jump up and chuck them. Yep.
I like that you're describing it like that, 'cause that's what I've been doing too, so now I can like feel like I'm like a real Guilty Gear player. Alright, so the Moondrive is still activated on Young Trap Lord, however getting comboed, so may not have time to make use of it here. Nice throw! Expected the Moon Skill Ladle, and just threw it instead of trying to deal with anything else in the mix there.
Wow, DPS just demonstrating a high level of control over all of these situations.
DPS's decision-making is immaculate.
Yes, absolutely.
Like, every single situation where DPS is like, how can I make the consistency of safe choices from DPS is so good.
That's why DPS is one of our best.
And, like, it's a skill that, like, if you're going to think about skills that you build as you cultivate playstyle, defense is one of the necessary skills that you have to build as a zoner in terms of, like, how you keep yourself safe. Not just how good your blocking is, but how well you keep yourself safe in all situations. Nice JC there for the conversion as well as the 2-2C starter. Still a 2-2C starter at least. See a little bit of moon charge here. Why not gas up? She at full screen. What's she going to do? Ooh, nice throw tech. This is a kill, right?
It's going to be close. Yep.
That does it.
Got the comeback here. And just that quick, DPS sits up and sends Young Trap Lord out of the tournament in 4th place.
Man, DPS sealing the deal. Young Trap Lord out of the chair. DPS is going to be coming up against Mars. This will be a run back from the winner side if memory serves.
Just that quick. DPS is on a mission, and now we get to see a set where there's been recently established information.
Yes.
Like this, it isn't like last week where you got to go home and study and lap some things out. No, this happened like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, so unless like Mars and DPS have had time to like you know get the group chat cycling over a matchup consideration or something,
Right.
this is still pretty much the same kit of the same card deck.
Right.
Just going to be shuffled a little bit differently.
So we get to see how each player decides to make their decisions with the recency in mind, where
Yes.
we saw, 3 games of back and forth and a chess match and the system mechanics, how each player uses to their advantage. So there's a lot to consider, but now we also have it as a 3 out of 5, so they have a longer set.
Indeed. If this goes to the maximum, if this goes to Game 5 in the final round of Game 5, like I expect it to. I hope it does, but I'm also going to be like, yo, it's a Sunday night. But still, though, it wouldn't be Melty Blood if we were not playing in perhaps irresponsible situations. Am I wrong?
Absolutely.
All right. Speaking of irresponsible situations, 2 dudes in coats meeting in an alley. Let's do it.
2 coats enter, 1 coat leaves.
Right? Yo, give Koma a custom win animation where he takes Flop's coat. Or a custom win quote, like just hey, nice coat. All right, DPS here scoring the early hit, or the first hit rather, not too early. That was about 16 seconds after dancing around one another. Shields used here, yeah. Mars here, yeah, avoiding the chip damage, which is a little bit different, and what I pointed out about Jinsoku earlier, because when Jinsoku was just eating all that chip damage.
Right. And Mars fighting that first hit, and now the spacing has been closed. Just gets hit out of the air.
Oh, 2-2B bringing it back to, or the 2-2 series, not sure which one that was, I'm gonna be honest. Goes for the 2A though, Moondrive activate to check it. However, Mars ready with a 2A of their own to check that Moondrive activate. Takes the safe heat activation.
And then just gets hit.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate.
Goodbye to all of those resources.
Well, wait, was it really safe? Because we've seen that happen a couple of times where someone uses the heat as their OTG touch, and then they get like shortly punished right after. I feel like it's safe, but like maybe that situation needs to be breaking differently for the players somehow.
I think
I'm overthinking it a little bit.
I want to say it's just the players getting hit, but I also have to double check that as well.
Yeah, I'm just thinking it through right now. We'll get back to the match right now. Save the theory for the people on Twitch chat. We're watching. We got some moon charging, building some bar here, keeping that distance full screen. Yeah. So now that DPS sees that Mars is more willing to shield at full screen and try just to wait this out, DPS is doing more of the moon charge just to build up resource, because like, why am I going to give them moon if they're just doing that? And then also I don't have to keep them away as much because they're willing to commit to a position.
Right.
So like that's the risk of the down back moon shield in this matchup, is that it's a positional commitment, if not an option commitment elsewise.
That Brekka just hit, and that's the ball game.
And that's game 1. DPS looking nice and in control.
We talk about all the positional advantages in the chess matches, but sometimes you just get hit.
Yeah, sometimes you're just in the wrong place at the wrong time and a button comes through and you weren't expecting it. But honestly, though, that's also the fortitude of a strong player, though, not getting tripped by things like that and understanding that sometimes those things just happen. Mars already back in the mix here, not wasting any time with the B plus C conversion. Yes, there we go. All right. We got the EXDP in the air afterwards to score a little bit of extra there. We got the heat to get some space from DPS. Mars took the, I believe that was a forward tech to try to stay close there. Nice, spends the extra bar to get the kill on it. Mars up around in game 2.
Better safe than sorry, as we always say.
A 1 hundo. All right, nice, snipes out with the air with a little bit of ice damage there. Doesn't get too much else out of it though. Ah, you are indeed air actionable after your B+C moon shield, or shield extension. God, too much terminology in these Melty Blood games.
Yeah, Mars just using the movement just to close that gap in a hurry, because sometimes you don't have to walk if you don't have to.
I am shocked that that 2A caught after that moon drive activate. Ooh.
Trade. That's a big trade for, big trade for Mars, because that means you just need one more hit. And just that quick, Mars ties it right back up.
Yeah, Mars making this back into a 1st-2. Both players showing they can draw blood pretty damn effectively against one another. See how it goes. All right. Walking up to one another there, catches with the 5A with the come down there, but unfortunately not able to convert it into anything else afterwards. And then Mars finds the touch from the other side and takes the side switch combo in the midstream. Nice with the 2-2. Get that extension there with some extra damage. Takes the 2-3-6C, says get away from me, get over there on the other side of the screen, taking the space. As I said, we saw this different a little bit earlier. DPS was going for a lot more of the ambiguous left-right mix against Kohaku, but against the Koma matchup just says, nah, I'm out. You go away. I don't want to deal with any of this.
Just baits the empty shield from Mars, and just runs in and throws.
Nice. There with spaced that out appropriately to have enough of a gap in the block stun to be able to shield and score a punish there on the EXDC if I read that spacing correctly. That's really, really nice.
Yep.
Nice. B+C extension. Always go to it. It's almost always go to it, but it's really good.
Yeah, when Koma uses charge JC, I mean, it's a really good button. Of course, you're going to use it at some point. Just stand shield into BC just to have an excellent response to it.
I can just say BC, I don't gotta say B+C? Nah. All right, cool. All right, I got certified by an anime player on this. Cool. All right. Yeah, ooh, I like that delay on the second fireball there, just like biding time and just burning the clock there. Because DPS at that point was in heat, so was just trying to run the heat timer there and see if anything happened to hit, but not really in a rush to make offense. All right, we got 4-bar available from Mars, so Mars is going to go wild with something here soon. I wouldn't be surprised if we see the 2-2-C, the install. If they get a chance, though, since DPS here... Oh no, came down with the head pass. Able to turn it into a combo.
Heat
once more.
activation.
Oh, heat back at you. Uh-oh. Smart.
Mars is going to, no, not quite. Okay,
there it is, though. DPS thought there might have been a button, the scramble situation after the awkward tech, then waited, saw the shield, and then takes the arc drive punish with the command grab. If you are shielding, you are scooped.
Yeah, that and that heat timer was running down, so
yeah,
it was either now or never.
It was perfect timing on how it all worked out for Mars there. These grappler players somehow finding ways to turn the weather in their favor. Oh, the shield, the nothing shield into the immediate 2A afterwards. Wasn't hesitating or thinking that DPS might go for something. Mars
wow, look at the range.
Oh, the heat activation there. Heat activation right back at you.
That's game.
That is it. Mars takes game 3 of the set. DPS going to character select and collect their thoughts.
The Mars is using the moon drive skills sparingly enough so that when chips are down, it's very hard to respond to, okay, this person hasn't been using moon drive, and then all of a sudden they get kicked in the head with a burn kick, and it's just like, all right, well,
I guess this is my life now.
Yeah.
I guess now they're using that. It's interesting to see what players decide to go wild with at what points in their play style. And I feel like that's, okay, I think I got it. I think DPS, as has been described by you, is perhaps a very intellectual player in terms of like thinks about things a lot and about how to approach things. I think Mars is the counter to those player types in the Pokemon wheel of gameplay.
Absolutely.
Because Mars is making decisions according to their clock and their clock alone. Their clock is spinning like you're in an Alice in Wonderland story. All right, so Mars right now, taking DPS down the rabbit hole with his combo. Doesn't quite finish it though, but just keeps on pressing buttons.
If Mars had a Pokemon ability, it would definitely be own tempo.
Wait, is that actually a Pokemon ability?
Yes.
Oh my god, cool. That's the second time that happened to me. I talked about a Magic the Gathering reference yesterday with Jam on screen with cards. Somebody called me out with like deeper Magic references. Right now though, DPS is going to have to dig a little bit deeper into their own well to try to find an answer to what Mars is doing, because Mars is sitting on set point right now. Only needs one more round to seal the deal and close it out.
Beautiful whip punish. That's the way to get started here.
This is absolutely what DPS needs to get started. I feel like DPS needs to go to the up-close mix situation on Wake Up rather than taking the distance enders at least like once or twice in this. As I say it though, DPS takes that round, staying alive, with barely any life lost as well. This is a full stick of butter on Mars right now, so even though this looks like it's, you know, getting reset to neutral, the Mars has got a shotgun in their other hand right now as they're trying to get close. Nice shield, teleports back behind.
There's the BC and there's the punish.
Yep, if you
or
do
the shield B, excuse me.
Yes. If you do shield B and you do not, and your opponent is doing a special where they're recovering time, like you'll see this with the full screen projectiles more than you'll see with up close projectiles, because the projectile has travel time, so the character will likely recover in time, and then can punish your B shield attempt.
Correct.
DPS though finding a way all the way to the other side and gassing up as well. This is DPS started this round with no bombs.
Using the back half of the EX carpet to cover Mars's landing. That's very excellent play. It doesn't get a hit, but it keeps DPS safe, which is just as important sometimes as dealing damage.
Oh, just like how you said too, we saw Mars go to the moon skill air dive from Toma after activating moon drive at the end of the round there. All right. DPS here not quite going to be able to kill, but will be able to build a substantial life lead, and there it is. The JC falling down right on top of Koma's head. Seals the deal. DPS tying up the set. We are now in a 1-1 scenario. DPS showing some counter response to Mars.
Yeah, we expected this to go last game, and here we are, of course.
This is the frustrating part about fighting nutty players. Nutty said respectively.
Yes.
It's harder for you to get smarter. It's not much harder for them to get nuttier. Like,
as a famous commentator once said, you want to go dumb? I'll go dumb with you.
Yes. Oh. Let's go. Because this uses
the classic Shield A, which we haven't really seen out of the, what, 8 games we've seen so far?
Yeah. Huh. All right, there's a knockdown here. What's it going to be? All right, goes for the safe jump JC there. Oh, Mars was looking for something there, but didn't quite find what they were looking for. DPS here, backing away, doesn't want to deal with the moon drive Koma, trying to let that clock run out. Nice. Gets the 2C as a punish there. I think that was a punish at least, not 100% positive. Either way, this is working out great for DPS. DPS is the full screen position, about equal on meter, and a big old life lead. I bet you Mars is going to find a way to get close and then activate Heat, either offensively. Maybe Mars will. Is Mars choosing to be... Yeah, there it is. Yeah, see, right there, Mars didn't really care about having to hold the block. Mars just wanted to force any kind of button response from DPS so that then they could beat and create a scramble situation. Not going to kill. Mars doesn't have enough bar to finish off, but this does put Mars in a really good position here. No, the Heat got baited! Doesn't have the conversion, though. DPS Moondrive just backs away here, just wants to back off.
Get all of that life back.
This is a great Heat for DPS. DPS is in a great position right now. Oh, no, that was so scary. When I saw that trade for half a moment, woo!
That was the second time DPS chose to close the position. The first time, it just let Mars get in for free because DPS just decided to close the distance of his own volition and he paid for it. But that one worked out, and now
DPS back into a commanding position and trying to redeem their honor after that loss earlier to Mars. Mars trying to avoid getting double jeopardy here. The DPS is on match point, and Mars has to find a response here, but they're back against the wall. Moondrive is active here, so we might do something YOLO in about the next, yep, there it is.
There it is.
Right there, trying to take advantage of those clash frames. However, DPS is doing an excellent job of spacing this out, just like they spaced out that Heat right there. It's going to be able to block out all this time where Mars could be healing up. It's not going to kill, but it does burn a ton of time. That time goes for the up-close Oki option there.
That was dangerous.
It was dangerous, but I gotta say I like the choice though because they haven't gone for that often, just inserting things into the mix that weren't there before. Much how there was the gimmicks gone to the very end of the last game.
Yeah. There it is.
Boom! Right there. DPS takes it. Yeah. What a play. If you want to show someone some good Melty Blood, show them their earlier set, then show them this set. You'll see an evolution of options, choices, and counterplay, adaptations to behaviors.
Absolutely.
I couldn't ask for a more textbook example of how watching this thing play out here. That was great.
My favorite example in that we really didn't touch on during the match, but DPS chose to start using the upwards projectiles.
Yes.
Because it does two things. One, if you do an empty shield and it doesn't hit anything, it does take away Moondrive gauge.
Yes.
And two, depending on how Mars was going to decide to close in the space, sometimes you think to jump the projectiles. If you jump, you end up having to block the upwards projectile, and then you're still back at square one. Yeah,
and a shield commitment in the air like that is a little bit risky at times, especially because the B+C extension won't hit.
Right.
Also, also big shouts to Mars coming into 3rd place here, and we'll determine who our 1st and 2nd place people are in Grand Finals. Before we get to Grand Finals, we're going to give you one more run of the ads here. Let me tell you about some Hitbox Arcade, or hitboxarcade.com, where you can find out more information about some Hitbox stuff. I think we got a slide here. There it is. Take control with their cross-up. New school minimal precision and old school improved functionality. The Hitbox and cross-up are innovative controllers designed for competitive play. So if you go to hitbox.com/roundhouse, Roundhouse and Hitbox are proud to announce they're raffling off a custom Hitbox and a custom cross-up.
Yeah, I believe we did that right before Grand Finals.
Oh, wait, they ran the raffle already?
I'm pretty sure there was somebody running around announcing ticket numbers.
Well, you can still contribute to the streams if you want to.
Yes, please.
I think, the stream viewer, the on-site competitors had that raffle.
Yes, that's
The stream viewers are entered into a secondary raffle. So if you are a stream viewer watching at home, you can donate $5 to any of the game's matcherinos, and you are entered into a drawing. Yeah, you check it out. We also have one of those sticks right here. If I can show that off. Sorry for putting that to your face.
All good.
There you go right there. Nice cross-up. Glorious cross-up. You got the logo with the Roundhouse folks, or Low Kick and Roundhouse over here, and all of our streamers right along here. Lovely stick.
Beautiful.
Make those TKs real clean while still keeping a fight stick on you if you want. Hitboxarcade.com/roundhouse. And then we got Frosty Faustings 14, January 28th January 28th through 29th at the West End in Lombard, Illinois.
25 tournaments, 3 generations of Guilty Gear. I'm very excited for that, obviously.
Oh, hell yes.
250 plus provided consoles. A new 45,000 square foot venue, 7 lit stages in every sense of the word.
Oh,
and 8 official streams. Strict COVID policy with a 3K attendee cap. And a 3 times bigger 24-hour Frosty's Game Center and 3 times more the Japanese arcade cabs.
The Frosty Game Center 24-hour room is godlike.
It's so good.
If you are interested in registering, either as a competitor or as a spectator, you can still play in the casual rooms with the spectator pass. You can register now at SmashGG and /FF14. Price goes up November 1st, though, so you only got one more weekend before the price of registration goes up, so get on it. All right, Blazing Strike. This is a retro pixel-style art with 2D fighting game with mechanics that are both modern and reminiscent of 90s fighting games. So modern mechanics as well as some nice retro feel things as well. This game looks like Rumblefish.
It does. Actually, it really does.
Which is a compliment.
Yes.
And this has traditional input commands and a defensive parry mechanic.
Including GGPO rollback netcode for online play for PlayStation 4 and 5, for Switch and Steam, coming from Axis Games in 2022.
This game is super sick. Are we running the trailer for that before Grands 2? Yeah, there's a trailer here that'll be playing. All the characters look super sick. I really hope that they have some more detail on some of the other characters.
Yeah.
Like, you see a lot of the characters, but not quite all of them, but they all look cool enough that I want more. So here's this trailer for Blazing Strike. We'll be back with you all in just a few minutes, or just after this trailer, for Grand Finals.
It right now or never. A full throw, a blow with the mask. I have to sever place and time from the full vibes line. Whatever opposes me, I will outshine. I endeavor to outlast whoever will try. Bad weather, the ship will capsize. Apply mad pressure, you will see my ugly side. Cause I'm not going down without a fight. No, I'm not going down without a fight. I'm not going down without a fight. I'm not going down without a fight. I'm not going down.
We got BloomingLotus versus DPS. And what's interesting here too is that BloomingLotus, being very familiar with how to play zoners and zoner archetypes as well, maybe walking in with like almost a power-up of sorts with matchup knowledge going up against DPS here.
And also, you know, the whole winner's side advantage.
The last set of the tournament. This is Grand Finals, the last set of the whole weekend for all the tournaments.
Yep.
Melty Blood main event. Let's go.
So classic. Just 2A tick grab.
Damn.
We got fundamentals here.
BloomingLotus here in a nice position here out the gate. However, as I say that, DPS going to equalize this life discrepancy here. All right, relatively even on life. This is remarkably even aside from like frame control right now. Like the meters almost in the same position on both sides for Moondrive and for EX bar and the health bars. Both sides here, and this is like 40 seconds into a match as well. Both sides here really not wanting to risk too much in the engagements.
Yeah, I think that given the way both of these players generally play, we're going to see a long, patient grand finals here. So neither one of them are really raring to rush in. They will sit and wait and pick their spots and take their little incremental advantages where they can get them.
Yeah, like this might speed up as we go on, and that'll be round one right there, going in DPS's favor. This might speed up as we go on, but like that was a 70-second round.
Yes.
And that wasn't like 70 seconds of fast-paced scramble. Like there was at least like 15 seconds of that, just of them like walking back and forth and feeling out position. Also, just to point out too, DPS is coming from the loser side, so if you are unfamiliar with the double elimination bracket, DPS is going to have to win 2 first to 3 sets against BloomingLotus. All right, got the conversion here. What's our knockdown going to be? Oh, does not get the knockdown. 2-2B comes out, stalls out things here, just with the stagger 2As from both sides, going into the shield afterwards. Neither side wants to commit. Nice, there was a clash there. BloomingLotus took the clash going into Bato, but DPS though burnt the bar and caught the hit with the 2-2C.
Is that a kill? Not quite. Very close though.
I thought that was going to kill it. If you would have asked me, I would have said, yeah, that's dead. You know what?
We got throw techs? Look at these fundamentals.
BloomingLotus going for the shield like that in grand finals, I get it, but I'm surprised. I thought better of you, BloomingLotus. All right, though, DPS trying to steal out this round. Can't quite get it. Needs one more exchange. Oh, no. That's unfortunate. You got dumped back into the Kohaku blender. What now? Okay, you just
wake up heat.
Just get out of it. Okay, all right, never mind.
And first game of grand finals going to DPS.
DPS takes game 1 over BloomingLotus as we move on into game 2 here and on grand finals for Melty Blood. Oh, nice. Catches the landing with the 2C at just when I think I know where the tip of that move is. It seems to be in a new spot.
It's such a large move. Oh, wow. Nice jail with the JC and hits the air unblockable with the land 5A.
Oh, clash frames in the air. DPS, though, a little heads up about it. Able to score a hit, but doesn't complete the conversion.
Time. Speaking of new gimmicks, we haven't really seen the cactus coming out of BloomingLotus. He hasn't had a real need to use it, but here we are now in grand finals. It's time to empty the bag.
Oh, right. Yeah, cactus works a little bit differently from the plant, but it is also very effective at its job.
Yes.
Nice throw tech there. DPS going to be able to turn this into at least a knockdown or get some positional advantage. Let's see what they go for here. Oh, no, that's so unfortunate. I bet that's actually like a proper safe heat activation, though, because you're knocking them back into you, right?
Right, that's what DPS has done, so many times in all the previous games that we've seen so far, but that one was just slightly misspaced and cost the round.
Yeah, really, really unfortunate timing there. DPS, though, can't let it shake them. They still are looking really strong in that game 1. BloomingLotus, though, right back to it. There's 2-3-6-C. All right, takes a throw there. Doesn't plant the tree. This time we get the tree, though. Keep out. All right, scores a hit there. Gonna get the juggle off of the Rekka. Ah, really unfortunate. Got outspaced there just a little bit. Didn't go their way. Moondrive activate. Counter Moondrive activate. 2-3-6-C snipes out there. Gonna seal the deal.
Lotus on the board.
That is 1-1. Crowd getting hype for BloomingLotus back there.
It looks like BloomingLotus is starting to open up the offensive playbook a little bit here.
Right. Once you get down into the final moments of the game, you can cut loose with everything you got if you want to.
Because game 1 did not go well for Lotus.
Yeah.
So that is the adjustment.
Nice! With that trailer shot of the characters surging through one another.
Anime.
There's a throw there from BloomingLotus. All right, DPS shield's out, but that was an expensive shield escape there because that was a Moondrive activate, and then the B+C does cost you some moon gauge. All right, DPS scores a hit there with the crouching button, able to score a nice combo here. Just takes a side swap there, going for a mix, but goes for the throw rather than the 2A. Swings in, was there with the counter shield response. Oh, wow.
Wow, just in your face.
All right, empty jump heat activation. All right.
Yeah, it worked.
Oh, wow, I thought that was going to still be whipping there. All right, equalize the life here. DPS has the meter advantage right now, but BloomingLotus got so much health back. I don't want to say that was too obvious of a shield, but I said it already, so here we are. All right, we got Moondrive activation available for both sides here, so let's see what the neutral check is going to be when that breaks down. Right now, though, DPS content with these dash up 2As. Blocks the JC, text the throw. Very nice. Moondrive activation there from BloomingLotus. DPS doesn't cash it out a second later. BloomingLotus is right there with the button already catching out the toes of DPS. Right back into the Kohaku blender. You thought you were out of the forest, but no, the trees are with you. 12 seconds left. Oh my god, time's a factor. 8 seconds on the board here. This is really close to the life discrepancy here. Both sides are playing fast and loose here with the meter. Oh, I love the attempt there. DPS was trying to use it as an air unblockable by forcing BloomingLotus to fall into it. It didn't work out, but that was the idea.
99 seconds.
Use them all.
Yep. Like I said, these players have absolutely nowhere to be. They will take all 99 seconds to secure that advantage if they have to.
All right, Tree's out on the field there. Oh, the JC comes down and
Throw
catches
bait.
Glob on the head.
Huge throw bait. Oh boy. Lotus is heating up. This was looking.
Okay, blocking the JCs into the A rebeat afterwards. Gets pushed down low there. The 2-2 button able to catch. Bringing it back once more. There's the heat combo that DPS needed. And that's really... Oh, okay. Went for the heat, but then backed... Or sorry, went for the shield and backed off of it there. Oh no, this is looking like a tough break for DPS.
Yeah, DPS is getting slapped up with those 2As right now.
The double throw tech there.
Uh-oh.
Moondrive activate. Nice. Activates right back. Seeing the clash frame. Going to be able to convert into a combo here, but not going to be able to kill. And there's still a lot of bar for BloomingLotus here.
Yeah.
No! Tried to take the punish on the Molotov, but Kohaku said, what if I wasn't there? What if I just wasn't there?
It is very unfortunate, but in order to punish that, you actually have to air throw it. So your normal options where you would shield and then say, oh, I'll just use shield B to go up there and teleport and hit them. No, that doesn't work.
That is such a heartbreaker there. And like, so this is why that's doubly a heartbreaker of a situation for how that broke down. DPS hit the combo that they didn't hit earlier, so there's like your confidence restore.
Yes.
But then that gets shattered by the obvious knowledge call out that BloomingLotus now knows as well for DPS, and DPS knows that BloomingLotus knows. That was a heartbreaking loss of a moment there. Is that going to close out the round?
There's the double bacho. We saw that earlier from Lotus, the activation with the moon drives.
Nope.
Spin it all, take the round.
BloomingLotus with the perfect, trying to show that this is going to get closed out real quick here. Flies around the other side there with a Molotov. Okay, DPS trying to answer back, trying to take this from being a quick grand finals to making it take as long as possible, but whew, catches with the 2A there. There's a JC as well for the conversion. All right, takes the throw, keeps in the corner, doesn't take the mid-screen, just takes a meaty JC. Just wants to keep control of the situation. There's throw, there's 2A. I think tried to come down with an empty button there, but the timing was a little bit off maybe? Question mark? Oh, that's so unfortunate.
Just do the wrong 2C.
Back into the Kohaku blender. What's it going to be? Blocks the JC afterward. Oh, after the BC extension, you're still actionable. Takes the charge JC and scores a hit. This might be the end for DPS. That does it.
6 throws, and that's it. BloomingLotus takes it.
BloomingLotus with the 3-1 over DPS. Doesn't drop a set the whole night. Very well done.
That was some good Melty blood.
Oh yeah. BloomingLotus played that so well. Very well done. Well played to all players of BloomingLotus, showing that their tools right now are just too sharp for other players to hold.
That was an excellent top 6 to all of our players. We thank everybody for coming out and playing and putting on such an excellent display for all of us to enjoy here at Roundhouse. And at Ignite Gaming Lounge here in Skokie, Illinois.
Absolutely. Thank you all so much for watching as well, and big up to all of our streamers. Thank you to AJ, who's been running the production here for us right tonight. Very much appreciate all your efforts in making this stream happen, to put it out there. And this is on UGS Gaming if you're already watching here, so please give them a follow or subscribe on Twitch. They also have a Twitter account. I think it's UGS Gaming. If you want to follow myself or Kizzlecrate, you see that down there, at Kizzlecrate on Twitter. Anything else that they should check you out on?
I'm Kizzlecrate across all social media platforms
All
and
right.
on YouTube.
All right, Kizzlecrate, give him a follow, check out some videos, share it around, show some love. If you want to follow me, I'm at SwellGGs. Can I move it over? Boom, right there. There it is.
Good enough.
Yeah, at SwellGGs on Twitter. I talk about fighting games and gay stuff, and I love Melty Blood. I love Marvel games. Yeah, that's what I do. All right, though. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. Unless we're going to run the ad reels one more time, I think this is good night for us. This has been Roundhouse, brought to you by Kick Esports. This is the Melty Blood type Lumina on UGS Gaming at the Ignite Gaming Studio. For Kizzlecrate, I'm Swell, signing off. Have a good night, everybody. Stay safe. Be kind to each other.
Take care. Bye-bye.